I'm working on a 2006 Chevy Express. There's a lot of the Chevys and GM vehicles have a lot of similar features. This is the housing for the air conditioner condenser. I had a lot of debris in here, and you could hear like leaves and bits and stuff flying around. Sometimes I get water in the floorboard of the passenger seat, and that's because the drain would be plugged up that lets the water out of this housing and away from your condenser. Anytime your air conditioner is running, it's causing condensation. And before you start, you should probably unhook your battery. I pulled a wiring harness off up here, and I pulled the wiring harness over here. And you can also probably do this easier if you just take your fan out here and get in to the housing this way with a shop vac or something if you don't have a lot of stuff. I had an epic jungle in there, years and years of leaf buildup. This was a fleet vehicle that I purchased. I'm turning into an RV, so you know, just nobody really cared that much about it. This is the condenser for your air conditioner, and I probably had leaves all the way up through here. It was insane. So I was probably using less than half of my condenser, or getting airflow through less than half of this. The housing comes out away from here a little ways, probably about that much, and that's where the water drains from. There might have been a hose here once, there isn't now. Doesn't really matter all that much. It looks like it's just supposed to channel down through here anyway. Not a super big deal. But if this is plugged up, this whole thing becomes a condensation jungle. It becomes totally wet, crazy everywhere. It can get condensation on the inside, cause water in your floorboard. It's not awesome. So there's only a few screws, probably around a dozen maybe total, all the way around the edges of this. It goes all the way up through here. In my case, there was so many leaves. I found this area. It's underneath your windshield, where water would come off your windshield, and it's supposed to drain down through a hole here. This was all totally full of leaves, like completely filled up. The drain down through here that runs underneath of this, and you can just trace it with your hand down to this little flappy bit. There's a little door on it down here. If I can show it to you. Now there's a little door there, a little rubber door that'll flap open when there's water in it. This entire area was also full of leaves, so I shot vac this area out, and I flushed a bunch of water down through here, and just got a hold of this and just beat on it and shook it until, see that flap? Until every bit of gunk came out, and got that cleaned up. Now just be careful of your vacuum lines and stuff. Like you can tell, this is all attached. This is all one big piece. Now some of it does have some rubber linkage. It gives you some flexibility. Just don't get too crazy with it. Make sure your battery's unhooked. You know, be safe. But you can take that cover off, no problem. Clean all that out, get all that crap out. You'll have a better air conditioner when it's done. It'll work a lot better, especially if you were halfway full of leaves like I was. It's not a super big deal. There is not a way into this from the under the dash side that goes to your heater. I've seen other videos with people with Chevy vehicles do some crazy cutting and whatever. I don't think it's worth it. You have about a dozen screws tops to go through. Take this thing off, clean it out, it's no problem. I have a few other bits of work to do and minor little repairs that somebody decided to modify at some point in time in the life of this truck. But other than that, my AC worked to begin with, and it's going to work better now. I hope this video helped. It's not a super hard repair. You don't need to pay somebody to do it.